Hello everyone. Welcome back to our exciting video series on how chiropractic treatment can help you live a healthier life. I'm Dr. Joe Ranney from Healing Frontiers. With modern healthcare advances, nutrition, and wellness initiatives, we could live much longer than the generation before us. It's like they say, 50 is the new 30. If you want to stay healthy and active for your lifetime, you have to take care of your body. Chiropractic healthcare can help you keep you moving the way your body was designed. That way you can enjoy a higher quality of life for a much longer time. Our bodies were not designed for today's modern technical life. Sitting in cars, looking down at a smartphone, or typing for long hours on a laptop can really do a number on you. Constantly repeating these movements puts even more pressure and stress on your joints. Doing these actions for day after day, week after week, year after year, reshapes the body and molds it into compromised postures. Simply put, the body is just not designed to instantly bounce back from these kinds of stressors. Instead, it's trying to adapt to that stress. Constant repetitive stress causes damage to the soft tissues surrounding the joints. The body attempts to stabilize the joint by tightening the muscles around the area. Although intended to prevent future pain or injury, if you don't correct the problem, it becomes a chronic condition. We call this a joint subluxation. This is the body molded into a new way of operating that is compromised. It's stuck. Now here's the bad news. If not addressed, it can eventually lead to severe joint pain, inflammation, and arthritis, and other long-term or lifelong problems. And it might not stop there. Because your body is an interconnected system. Nothing moves in isolation. The joint restriction changes the way the rest of your body moves. So let's say you suffer an injury to your foot. The stress from limping, or however you're compensating for your injury, just puts more stress on the surrounding structures. This issue keeps cascading, causes more and more problems until, well, you're dealing with chronic pain. You know you have to change the oil in your car, for instance, a few times a year, right? The technician checks your crucial fluids and filters to make sure everything is running okay. But what do you do to check on the health of your spine and your nerve flow within it? This is what chiropractors do. They find and treat joint restrictions of your spine and extremities before major problems develop. Using non-invasive and drug-free techniques, they free up any restrictions and help to restore a natural movement pattern before it gets worse or causes permanent damage. Now imagine you ignore the maintenance of your car for a year. It seems like it's driving just fine, right? So what could be the problem? But just like the warning lights in your car don't come on until fluid levels are dangerously low, pain is one of the last symptoms your body has to inform you of something that's wrong. And most people, unfortunately, respond to pain by taking painkillers and anti-inflammatories. That provides temporary relief, but it's kind of like putting tape over the warning lights of the car so you don't see it. It doesn't really correct what's really wrong. If you keep driving a car in that condition, it can lead to catastrophic problems. The same thing happens to the human body. Ignoring a crisis can lead to long-term health problems. Your spine and your skull protects the most sensitive and critical areas of your body, your nerve system. Your brain and your spinal cord connect to your peripheral nerves. Altogether, this is known as the nerve system. Your spine is designed to protect these nerves and tissues as they flow down to connect to every cell, tissue, and organ in your body. I mean, it's obvious to all of us that the brain has to be healthy, right? But it's just as important that the spinal cord and the nerves are fully functional. Nerve messages and information flowing freely down from the brain control every part of your body, and that often goes overlooked. What is your nerve system responsible for? Everything. Yeah, that's right. Walking, talking, breathing, even your heartbeat. It's all controlled by your nervous system. Like I mentioned, it connects to every cell, tissue, and organ in your body. What I'm saying is that no part of your body performs separately. They're all tied together by the central nerve system. Every part of your body is tied together by nerves, so even something that seems too small to make a difference, like the weight of a dime, this can cause enough nerve pressure and irritation to knock things out of whack. Now I know what you're thinking. The weight of a dime? The answer is yes. The nerves themselves are the consistency of a gel toothpaste. If you squeezed out a couple of inches of gel toothpaste on your bathroom counter and left it there overnight, The slightly dried crust with gel inside is just like your nerves. Now, our nerves are not out in the open where you can lay a dime on it, but imagine the weight of the dime on that toothpaste. This is what happens when joints don't function properly. There's irritation that affects that nerve, and it's equal to the weight of a dime. Imagine if you left the weight of the dime on the toothpaste for a week or a month, it sinks into it, compressing the contents. Believe it or not, the weight of the dime on your nerve is enough to decrease your immune system function or even to cause your heart to beat incorrectly. Just a little pressure in the wrong place and you can experience a joint restriction that causes back pain, headaches, sciatica, muscle spasms, etc., all of which can lead to decreased activity and a lower quality of life. Long term, those conditions can cause arthritis and joint degeneration. And that's right, folks. That's why chiropractors focus on the nerve system. If one joint isn't moving properly, then the nerve irritation and inflammation in that section of the spine can slow or block critical information to and from the brain. Chiropractors treat this problem with chiropractic adjustments. There are millions of adjustments each year that takes place. We like to say you're in good hands. If you haven't had an adjustment before, you might be wondering what it's all about. Let's talk about what it is and what you can expect during a chiropractic adjustment. As part of a thorough examination, chiropractors draw on their extensive education and practice experience to identify areas of restriction within the spine. Then you'll be given a tailored treatment plan that's specific for you. Chiropractors have a broad range of techniques and treatments that are different for each and every patient. Let's say in this case, after a thorough exam and consultation, the doctor recommends an adjustment as part of your comprehensive treatment plan. You'll likely start out by lying face down on a specifically designed adjustment table. The chiropractor then uses their hands or an instrument to apply gentle pressure to problem areas within your spine. The goal of the treatment is to correct any joint restrictions that are causing trouble and to ease the movement pattern back into its optimal state. You might hear a slight popping sound during your adjustment, similar to what noise happens when a person cracks their knuckles. What you hear is harmless, just the gas releasing from a restricted joint. After the adjustment is complete, you may receive instructions for aftercare to minimize any discomfort, although discomfort is rare after an adjustment. Most likely your aftercare will include a series of stretches to perform to keep the areas loose and limber. You can also use ice if you need to minimize inflammation. Every treatment plan is based on the patient's particular condition. You may need more than one adjustment to get back the joint flexibility and ease of motion you want. The chiropractor may suggest scheduling routine visits to allow you to continue to enjoy the healthy activities that you enjoy. So thank you for hanging out with me today and to learn more about how visiting a chiropractor is an easy choice when your goal is a healthy, active lifestyle. Remember, by the time you feel pain, you may already have damage. So it's always best to see a chiropractor for wellness before problems develop. Chiropractic care can help your body function at its maximum potential, which means doing more than just treating pain or managing symptoms. Wellness is helping people achieve higher levels of health and happiness. So I hope this video was helpful to you. Thank you so much for watching.